That's why on there, the Frankenstein goes to the bloodline of Christ, being risen up, being born again. It's alive. It's alive. The Dr. Frankenstein, he's screaming, it's alive. It's alive. Remember, he said, now I know what it's like to be God and make man. That's how they operate. Because, in First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. See? So that's why you got the Monster Energy drink. It's green, and then obviously you got the three nails. Because that go into behold the hand, behold the nail. Same with the Dracula. All the same things, all goes into the same aspect. There was a lot of that back in them 30s and things like that, 30s and 40s. The Frankenstein, the Dracula, the vampire. That stuff was heavy during that time because they already knew that time was coming where that bloodline down the line was going to start waking up. It's very important. So it's very important to understand how everything comes together. So let's talk deeper into this. Same with the wolf man. You know what I mean? Christ is the shepherd. He's the shepherd. Obviously, he's the shepherd. And, the devil obviously is the masons and wolves and sheep's clothing, but Christ is the wolf man too, and on the right-hand side, symbology-wise, because he's the shepherd leading the saints to heaven, It's very important to understand all of this stuff. We got the eyes to see and ears to hear. Things just coming together, and the devil know he can't stop it, So that's why I want to just keep going, because it's like when you really think about how everything comes together, he already knows that his time is over with anyway. So he just tricked the masons into thinking that, that time is working on their side when it's really working against them. So that's why, when you understand how you kill a vampire, you use the wooden stake. They got to use the wooden stake because that's just a wood, that's just a branch. In Zechariah 6:12, that's the word. Just as a branch, he's the man whose name is the branch. So here's the man whose name is the branch, and he would branch out from his place and build the temple of the Lord. It's all coming together. It's all happening. So that's why you got to use a branch to kill a vampire. Everything's coming together. It's all about who got the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So that's what it's all about, understanding. Obviously, you use silver because, as it's written, the Father said, we are refined as silver is refined. We already refined as silver is refined. So you got to use your silver. And then after the silver, obviously you use the wooden stake, you use silver, and you use cloves, garlic. Let's delve into this right quick.